friendly warning for all... You know, keep an eye out. This next one goes out to all the lovers out there. Maybe. Truth is, I've got this on random play, so this one might turn out funky.
Step right up. Right
Tinker.
this way.
Beware, friends. She is a dangerous foe.
I've got a monopoly on amazing merchandise. Ma, that ain't it.
Daily reminder that the Rangers are the worthless scum of this ice-blasted Earth.
Folks are here to see you, Rangers. One of them is waiting right over there. Some folks are here to see you, Rangers.
That guy in the front room is looking for
You
you.
know that man in the front room? Why is he meeting you here?
There's a stranger in the house. Make him go away.
Sentry monsters, their deactivation.
People make funny noises when they die. Ever notice?
Colonel Death will be along just as soon as I make sure you're all here. And you haven't brought along any unexpected guests. Can't be too careful these days, right? Glad we have an understanding. Well, looks like everyone's here who's supposed to be here, so I'll give her a ring. All clear. Come ahead.
Hey now, cowboys. Face to face at last. And just as handsome as I thought you'd be. Figured we'd meet here to remind you what being a ranger means. These folks are alive today because you chose to help them, even though it meant going against the Patriarch's orders. To my mind, that's the ranger way. Helping the helpless ahead of the powerful. Just something to keep in mind as you hear me out. Good eye, Doc. It's definitely put a hitch in my talk box. But no thank you. I got it under control. This and my fake leg are souvenirs from when my chopper got shot out of the sky over Long Beach, California. Good times. But, since you've obviously got the skills to use them, here. I got a few extra med kits on me. Try not to use them all at once. Well, ain't you polite? Hope that bodes well. Now, what with you not taking Saul's sons out like I asked, I'm guessing we've got different ideas about how things in Colorado should play out. But I'm still hoping you'll come around, November. So here's the deal. As my friends and I see it, two things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. And second... Scar collectors. Well, well. Speak of the devil and her minions shall appear. Looks like Liberty overheard our rendezvous call. Guess we'll have to deal with this before we continue.
None can harm me! Beam of destruction!
Taking the high ground!
Got him dead
We are
or
the
left.
Rangers! Scorching these snowbats!
Dibs on their mods!
As my friends and I see it, two things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. Second, and you're gonna love this, the Patriarch's gotta go too. I love the people of Arizona. Arizona is my home. But are you willing to save lives there at the expense of lives here? Are you okay sending home food spattered with innocent blood?
They're not just people to me, Colonel. You're talking about letting my family die. My mom and my dad.
You think I don't have family back home? You think it's not gonna kill me if they die? But this is about everybody's family, the greater good. Listen, the Rangers have fought tyranny since the beginning, without compromise. How can we continue to do that if we take handouts from a tyrant? How can we pretend we're heroes if we do his dirty work to get it? Sorry, I had this argument with General Woodson 100 times. A sure deal was more important to him than a moral one. That's why the advance team went dark and decided to do this on our own. Of course, it turned out we couldn't do it on our own, which is why we were so happy when you showed up. And why we're here now, asking you for help. Thanks for hearing me out. Let's talk about Liberty first. I've got to hand it to her. Daddy's little girl has done the impossible. She's united the boldest and baddest warlords of the Eastern Plains, and she's getting ready to lead them into Colorado. When she does, well, that'll be the end of this place. Every man, woman, and child from here to the Rockies will be killed, enslaved, or taken as a sacrifice. And their houses and towns burned to the ground. None of us want that, right? Glad to hear it. So here's the plan. Originally, we hoped you'd help Cordite take control of the gangs again, so he could lead them all off to Kansas and his blood-soaked destiny. But since you dumb sons of bitches couldn't keep the man alive, that's not on the table. I'm guessing our plan B is a lot like the Patriarch's plan A, with one minor difference. Daddy'll want you to go to Liberty's camp, get her warlords to kill each other, then bring her home for a stern talking to. We want all that too, except the part about bringing Liberty home. As far as we're concerned, you can put a little dirt over her and leave her there. Now, I'm guessing y'all have some questions. Pete and Brother Thomas came back with me from LA, and Tax from Arizona. These others are locals who have various gripes against the Patriarch. We trained them up as best we could. Nicer bunch of folks you'll never find. Now that's gonna be a fight. Basically, while you're taking care of Liberty, my team will be in Colorado Springs, softening the ground. Once you finish up out there, you'll come back and help us corner the man and bring him down. Our primary concern, other than ending the bloody reign of the Buchanans, is minimizing civilian casualties. That means you've got to ride herd on your crew and watch who you ally yourself with. We want to be the good guys here, so we've got to do this clean. Rape and pillage is a surefire way to turn people against their liberators. Pretty simple, really. The Patriarch has spies watching Liberty's compound. If you show up, those spies will think you're there on Daddy's behalf, and they'll be happy to see you. If we show up, our plan is revealed, yeah? And that would give the Marshals a chance to button up Colorado Springs before we make our attack. They'd be waiting for us. Keep the peace, keep things fair. I don't see the Rangers running things. I see our job as keeping the playing field even. There's always a lot of weasels that come out of the woodwork after a big man falls, trying to grab a piece of the pie. So we're just gonna hang around, and every time a weasel pops their head up, we'll whack them. At the same time, whenever somebody comes along who tries to take care of the people, all the people, we'll help them out. But we ain't gonna be anybody's muscle. We'll answer to the people, nobody else. I admit that'll be a temptation, but we're gonna try to fight against it. I don't know what a good leader is gonna look like, but I sure as hell know what a bad one looks like. Weeding the garden, that's what we'll be doing. Just weeding the garden. All right then, what's it gonna be?
Yes, that's the way.
Fine. The Patriarch already wants you to bring in Liberty, so here's her location. All I ask is, when you're finally standing face to face with her, please at least consider dealing with her our way, and put a bullet between her eyes. Everything else we talked about, well, let your conscience be your guide.
Good luck, cowboys. We'll talk again when Liberty's taken care of.
Ms. Death are acquainted? She seemed nice enough, except for that business about taking down the Patriarch.
Angus and me, we've been around long enough to know that change ain't always good. In fact, it's usually bad for a whole lot of people, especially simple folks like us. The Patriarch ain't perfect. We know that. But he's keeping us safe for 50 years. Now your friend wants to gamble that she can do better? And if she's wrong, it's the regular folks who are gonna get hurt or killed. Guess that's how we see it anyway. No hard feelings, I hope. Only that it's full of alarms and sleeping bots. Angus and I peeked in there a few times.
Back before the bombs fell, a whole lot of folks built. The families in charge of Colorado Springs are all descended from folks like that. Ornery, independent thinking types. Sad story behind that grave, Rangers. About 40 years ago, when my folks were still living, a beautiful lady came up this way from the big city. Stayed with us for a night before heading out on her own. We warned her not to go by herself on account of all the nasty critters, but she wouldn't listen. My pappy and me were worried, so we followed her. Found her up in that clearing. She'd hanged herself from a tree. She left a note tied to her body. He took everything, so I chose nothing. She never told us her name, so we carved that on her grave. Buried her up there with a few personal things she had on her. Not long after that, some official-looking folks from the city came around asking about the lady. We told them what happened and showed them her grave. Didn't look too pleased, but they thanked us and never came back.
Hear that, Angus? The toaster was fixable.
I knew that. Just didn't feel like eating toast. But thanks, strangers. Appreciate it. Mostly by hunting game and growing crops in the greenhouse. Before the deluge of fire, Folks say there were all kinds of good things to eat. Now, all we got is beets, mushrooms, and cabbage.
They have broccoli down in the city, and parsnips too. What we wouldn't give for a decent parsnip.
Never even heard of them. We get some strange folk up here, and other things that ain't folk at all. But I don't recall any Dorseys.
They're one of the original 100 families, Mr. Hoon, from down in Colorado Springs. We thought they'd been wiped out, but they've been hiding all these years.
Huh. I thought the 100 families was high class. Them folks was not high class. A good man. He's kept Colorado alive for 50 years. Some folks might have gripes against him, but we don't pay him no mind.
We're old enough to remember the bad times before the Patriarch. Raiders, thieves, and wild men everywhere. That all stopped when the Patriarch took charge. Well, until those Dorseys showed up at our door. If you're ever up this way again, you're always welcome around here.
Did you know that ranger lady? She looked a lot tougher than you.
I'm glad that ranger woman is gone. She had trouble written all over her.
Red-haired lady didn't see me, did she?
Take videos of the people you kill. I'd watch them.
Team November, this is Ranger HQ. The Brainiacs at R&D just showed me some of the wild stuff they're done working on. You should come take a look when you're free. Over and out.
Of course. Let's see if we can find what you want.
You don't remember?
What do you need, Rangers? Sure.
We were on patrol out near Ag Center. The lady with the 7 motorcycles.
Oh yeah, her. Yeah, she'd stolen them from some gang and roped them all together so she could ride them all at once.
Yep, one big one in the middle, which she was riding, and 3 on either side lined up like some kind of crazy combine harvester.
And she said she only needed one, but she'd stole the rest so the gang couldn't chase her.
Genius.
Yeah, if her ropes hadn't loosened up, she might have made it.
Rangers.
Felicitations, Rangers. How can I be... Of course, Rangers. It would be impolite not to share such tremendous deals.
Hey, November. Got a delivery for you. Rangers, good to see you. The first shipment of meat from Knox Farms came in. Had a note accompanying a couple of special cuts to say thank you for helping them out. Nope, not right now. I'll be here.
Always a pleasure. I've worked the radio for some time now. Anytime.
Rangers!
Good luck out there. Patriarch better be happy we brought those two fools in alive. Sure as shit wasn't easy.
Hello, Rangers. Give Angie my regards.
Here to serve.
Yeah? Nasty bitch. Glad to hear it. And that's the last of the fuckers. At least the ones connected to October 11th. Good work. We're gonna head further east to keep the hunt going. And I wanted to give you a little special something. For being such a stalwart defender of humanity. This book taught me everything I needed to know. About life. About what it means to be human. And most importantly, how to protect humanity. Yeah.
Rangers.
seen Arizona get so cold before. Damn, freezing. Oh, Colorado. Sure I am. I may be a drunk, but I ain't a stupid drunk. Can't put one over on me. Ha! You know, gonards! Man, the family! You're nuts! I'm trying, Rangers. I'm... trying.
Klein, your turn to sweep. Rossi, you're on latrine duty.
Yeah? What are you doing?
Taking out the trash.
Near you sick psycho! Oh, come on! This is so bad! No, you'll just grab me and try to choke me again. Now, what do you mean again? I was just giving you a hug last time. Then why do I still have bruises on my neck?
Oh, hey, hi again. What can I do for you? Sure, man. Who do you want to know about? Yeah, okay. Thought he was my friend, you know? Yeah, man, you know it. I mean, later, dudes, and, don't forget to think about getting this door open. If you get a chance.
If I were your mother, I'd be so ashamed I'd burn out my eyes just so I'd never have to look at you again.
Amazing, Rangers! You saved Rook and La Loca. That's no easy feat. No one could do that. Absolutely no one.
What can I do for you? I heard what Ash did. That's the banality of evil. The casual cruelty of the cowardly and sycophant. He still says he was just doing what he was told, as he had no choice, no control over his actions. I'm not sure if I think the only way we'll find true justice here is to give him the time to sit. Good luck out there.
Chillblains, tremens, who can tell?
Hello, Rangers. Are you hungry? Only the best ingredients for my Rangers. It's hard to bring Colorado together with a stomach full of bitter rations.
Ecstatic the Rangers managed to save all those people in Aspen. What a feat! Definitely gonna commemorate this.
Robot mascots of pre-war PSAs, Peek and Poke were meant to show the right and wrong ways of preparing for the end of the world. Each vignette humorously contrasted Noble Peek's forethought and generosity and Poke's short-sightedness and greed. Since the deluge, the billboards have been often modified by survivalists who change the art and the message to suit the times, resulting in a darker humor than the original creators ever intended.
Welcome back, Rangers. What can I do for you? Happy to. Take a look. Welcome back, Rangers. What can I do for you? Happy to. Take a look. Welcome back, Rangers. What can I do for you? Happy to. Take a look. Welcome back, Rangers. What can I do for you? Happy to. Take a look.
Good luck out there.
Here to serve.
Man, this chit-chat and Josh makes me miss my... Shit. Thanks. Folks are all right.
November, I wanted to thank you again for saving Laloka, Rook, and myself in Aspen. We'd have been dead without you. For that reason, I want to give you this. It's a keepsake from my brother, General Woodson. A medal he earned back when he gave it to me when I left for Colorado. And he told me to present it to myself after I'd done something heroic. Well, you beat me to it, so it's yours. Well, I appreciate that. But I want you to... I'll be here when you need me. Yeah, Wade likes to keep work and personal life separate. Anyway, I don't think he really wanted me to sign up. Too dangerous. I'm kind of seeing what he meant now. Always been a motorhead. In fact, I was driving when the Dorseys ambushed us. Got his... Now that my feet are a mess and I can't go out on patrol, Fastback and his crew cracked me up. I'm afraid it's just making me homesick for sun and hot wind. Nothing against this place. Can't wait to get back there with the Patriarch supplies and start saving the day. November.
Rescuing innocent bystanders is a hero's #1 priority. It hurts me that we were not able to save more in Aspen. Time to take some chances and expand man's horizons.
Choo-choo! Here comes the
Hey, if you're into weird shit, check out Quark's museum.
I'll tell you when to quit.
You look hurt.
Dr. Coldcuts will be happy to help.
That's the kind of flu. Always a pleasure to see the heroes of the business. Decadent optimism.
Fill her up, barkeep.
Hello again, my humanitarian friend.
So long.
Guns, sanctified hello again, strangers. Certainly. Guns, sanctified with blood, blood, sanctified by guns. could have gotten your original body working.
Likewise, Miss Bell. I have unused subroutines for systems this vehicle does...
MK1 calling AZ November. Come in November. Do you read me? I'm on your side, November. A friend of Saul's, if you know what I mean. And I know where you're headed. Now hear me out. When you get to where you're going, gas up at the garage first. I'll find you there and give you the sit rep. And don't worry, you can't miss it. I'll contact you. MK1 out. Rangers, you made it. Good. Come into the garage ASAP. I'll have my bots tow your car inside before the gang spot it. You're the Desert Rangers, right? The ones the Patriarch made a deal with? Hey, good to see you. Been hoping you'd show up. Patriarch's got a lot he wants done here, and we ain't got a lot of time to do it. Now, Liberty Buchanan is sitting not 200 yards from here in her compound as we speak. But the way things stand, it would take a tactical nuke to crowbar her out. She's managed to make herself the queen of these heathens, the scar collectors, the payassos, and the last few Dorseys. Even the goddamn godfishers are licking her boots. Now, there ain't no way even a crew as tough as you could fight their way in and bring her out alive like the Patriarch wants. But I got a plan. I'm your fucking lifeline out here, assholes. So show me some respect.
Then earn it, jerk.
I'm the mechanic. Now, that means I fix things, right? For the gangs, it's cars, and they trust me because I fix them good. But my real job is fixing things for the Patriarch, like putting sand in the gas tank of Liberty's coupe before it gets on the road. That's why he sent me out here. You get it? Can we get down to business now? How do you think I gained her trust? Hey, I'm willing to be the bad guy if that's what the job calls for. Are you? Now, have I passed your little test? Simple. If I get caught trying to sabotage things, how long is it gonna take the Patriarch to sneak another spy in here? Too long, that's how long. Liberty'll already be knocking on his front door. But if you get caught, I'm still here, and the Patriarch can send another gang of expendable muscleheads to do the dirty work. Got it? Okay, listen. The gangs may be loyal to Liberty, but they hate each other's guts. All you need to do is get each gang thinking the others are screwing them somehow, and this place will go up like an ammo dump in a firestorm. The payassos and the godfishers are ready to go at each other's throats. They just need a little nudge. As for the scar collectors, they're as like to turn on themselves as they are on anyone else. What I'd do is talk to their slaves. They've always got dirt on all the infighting. I got a key to the pen they're kept in as a gift. Take it. See what you can find. Maybe turn them against each other. I can give you the broad strokes, but the nitty-gritty is up to you. Who do you want to know about? The scar collectors? The biggest of the gangs, and the toughest. Slavers, body mod addicts, complete barbarians. Biggest weakness is, every one of those sons of bitches wants to be leader. The boss right now is Steel Trap, who ousted Cordite. But he fights off challenges from his lieutenants every week, always looking over his shoulder. Maybe you can... The weakest of the gangs. And boy, does that piss them off. They want to be taken seriously so bad, which is kind of funny since their whole thing is never taking anything seriously. Your friend dies, what a joke. Lose an arm, hilarious. But man, do they get hot when other gangs disrespect them. The head clown is a shrimp named Lecherito. Meanest little fucker I ever met. Always with the put-downs and the insults. I think that's why they made him boss. Nobody could stand in the way of that mouth. Scariest of the bunch. They think they can talk to their sky gods by tying people's living torsos to kites and flying them up to the clouds. The other gangs, at least you understand why they're killing you. The Godfishers, who fucking knows? So their leader, Star That Dreams, thinks he's a goddamn messiah. And he hates having to deal with the other gangs. The only reason he's with him is he thinks it's his best shot at getting revenge on the Patriarch. Otherwise, he'd make murder kites out of the other guys and ride into the sunset. Forget about the Dorseys. They're Liberty's personal bodyguards now. They never come out of the compound and they never deal with the other gangs. Except to execute some fool who tries something stupid. You're gonna have to fight the Dorseys no matter what. You just want them to be the only ones you fight, right? Just outside the main compound. But use my key and go through the side entrance. Otherwise the gangs will see you and then the shit will hit the fan. Good. Follow the racetrack north and you'll find the gang compound. Just don't get too close to the front gates. The sentries will attack anything that gets too close. Gleefully. And listen, if you need any ammo, weapons, or supplies, talk to me. I get paid in trade, so I got plenty of gear. Keep going the way you were going when you drove in. Chain link fence, big gate, guards. You can't... So, any gear? Ho, ho, ho! Just like Christmas.
Strangers, over here! Ah, maybe you Mamons can help us out. You see, the Godfishers were traveling this way with some fresh... We don't give a wet fart about the Godfishers. Oh, but they're poor slaves. Their plight has touched our hearts. And if you take care of the bison, we'll grab the meat stickers... victims. And our boss, Risky Brisket, will give you something cool for your trouble, huh? She's down at me. Ooh, me? No, Chingas! Oh, I mean, Bison give me hives. He's a real problem. Thanks, Mamo.
So, he wants us to rescue these people? Or does he mean recover his property?